we're constantly finding ourselves dating the same type of person. What do guys do? They break your trust. They gain your trust, then they punch in the face. Look back, your last 2, 3, 4 situations. Look at the commonality in all of that. Look at the end result and look at the result that you actually wanted. Why didn't you get that? What's going on? I'm in my incognito mode today. Black on black. You got colors in the background, but you know what I mean. Today's one of those days. You just chilling, not trying to be seen, not trying to be known, just trying to be felt. And that's what we on today. Today, I want to talk about something I feel many of us are dealing with while we're dating, before we start dating, that gets us the same result over and over again. I'm talking about negative patterns. I'm talking about your habits, your dating habits, what that has been doing to you. Ladies, you already know who it is. Mr. Bring in the game so that way you can know what men are actually saying. You know the name. Touche. Back to bring another one for you lovely ladies out there dealing with the same negative dating patterns that's giving you the same result. I want to talk about how to break free from that. I'm talking about freedom. You remember that? Y'all seen Braveheart, right? Hopefully. Mel Gibson. If y'all just too young to know that, then I understand my viewers now. But great movie if you haven't. Let's get right into it. Negative dating patterns. How many of us are actually dealing with that now? How many of us are in that position where we're constantly finding ourselves dating the same type of person? We're constantly finding ourselves going through the same situation over and over and over again, and it's tiring. It is emotionally draining. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to be. What's the answer? What can we do to fix this? Well, first thing is always awareness, right? We have to be aware of what's going on. Awareness is key. Recognizing the chains that are holding you down. I think that's always the first thing that we need to know. We have to understand, hey, we've been dating and we're constantly finding ourselves in the same position. In basketball, we have a saying, same shot, same result. It's the same thing with dating. If you're out there doing the same exact play, guess what? You're going to have the same result over and over again. What I want you to do is look back your last 2, 3, 4 situations. Look at the commonality in all of that. Look at the end result and look at the result that you actually wanted. Why didn't you get that? Well, you couldn't recognize where you were. That's okay, because now we're about to start changing that. We're going to start banishing those dating phantoms. I'm talking about saying goodbye to those dating ghosts that keep haunting you. They keep coming and they're haunting you. They're not letting you go. They're plaguing you. They're making sure that you don't find your happiness. Who do we call? Ghostbusters or Datebusters? Datebusters. Man, that would be a really dope superhero group, They just help women they help women banish their dating demons. Yeah, Datebusters. None of y'all take that, okay? I came up with that here. It's on tape. So if you got that, I want a piece, and most of the piece. Yeah, back to those dating ghosts that we're so accustomed to. Ladies, you find yourselves in those situations where they come around, they go around, and they leave. And you're there stuck. You're like, oh shit, I'm back in this again. What happened? What did I do? I'll tell you what you didn't do. You never learned to release those ghosts. You gotta let them go. When somebody is showing you or reminding you of someone else that you had to let go, understand that person needs the same treatment. Let that shit go. Your future deserves a clean slate. Your heart deserves a clean slate. So don't be afraid to just let some shit go. Another dating pattern that is probably a pattern of someone's life that they're doing in other areas, like outside of just dating. It's not being able to get out of your comfort zone. I'm talking about embracing something new. Your comfort zone is, brilliantly named the most comfortable place you want to be. The place where you feel safe. You feel bundled up. You feel like, oh, this is my habitat. This is my house. I love it here. I want to be here. I want to live here. But the problem with your comfort zone is that it doesn't ever let you grow. Think of the comfort zone as a place of only shadows. There's no light. Without light, ladies, how are you going to grow? I mean, you got to look at yourself as like this beautiful, exotic, rare plant. You need sunlight. You need to be able to grow. You need to be able to go. I want you to start embracing new outcomes. I want you to start embracing something that you probably wouldn't have considered before. If you're so used to a certain type of man that you feel like, oh, this is for me, this is what I want, but I can't have it. It's not coming to me. It keeps slipping through my hand. It keeps hurting me. Then why not look at something different? Why not just change the lens up? And make some adjustments. Let's try something new. The unknown is where all the magic is. Ladies, you're looking for something that requires the most magic, right? And many of us are looking for, that singular person. So you're not going to be able to find that staying home. I want you to go ahead and embrace that new adventure. Embrace that new possible person. Because that person is going to help you grow in a way that you could have never imagined. And you're going to thank me. This one is all about changing up the pattern. We're going to interrupt the negative dating pattern. We're going to flip the script. That's it. We're flipping this. We're getting rid of it. We're throwing that shit away, right? I want you to change the dating script. Now, ladies, I know a lot of the times you tell yourself, oh, I'm the main character in my story. And you see it on Instagram all the time. Everyone says, yeah, main character energy. Yeah, main character of the story. But your life just looks like an extra. Like your decisions just look like an extra. Like, is your actions, is what you're doing actually matching up to what you're saying? That's okay if it's not. But let's understand, let's be aware of how we actually feel and not just say shit because it sounds good. That's not going to work out for you. But understand this, you definitely can be the main character. You definitely should be the main character, and you definitely are the main character. But let's start acting like it. This new dating idea, and really place ourselves as the main character in our story. Let's really start feeling it. Let's start embracing that. Let's start believing the things that we're saying and not just say them because other people are saying them or it sounds good. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate people that say things just because it sounds good, when you know that's not how you really feel. If you don't feel that way, understand it's okay, because you can change it. You're going to change it. This is why you're here. This is why you're on this channel right here. Subscribe. This is why you're here. You're going to change those patterns. You're going to change your love life. You're going to take control. Because that's what main characters do. They take control. I know this because I am a main character in my story. You best believe that. I give big main character energy because I feel that, I embrace that, and I know that I could say it out loud to millions and billions of people that are going to watch this, because I feel that way, and I want you to feel exactly like that, because you can. We all can. There's no reason why you're not that main person. There's no reason why you can't control your dating future. I want you to start taking control of your dating life. Now, this pattern I see all the time, and I feel like every woman I've dated has faced this or is currently facing this in some degree. And I'm talking about those walls that you built up. I'm talking about all of that not gonna let you in energy, all of that jadedness you got from dating. I mean, that's what it does. It's It's one of my favorite things to talk about. It's boundaries, right? We're gonna take it through a boot camp right now, because I don't want you to build walls. I want you to build a fortress, okay? The difference between walls and a fortress is a wall has no exit, no entrance. It's just meant to block. Fortress is a perfectly well constructed, is strong, great foundation, but can let people in if they want to, and can also go out. I want you to build a fortress. Ladies, how many times have you ever felt like you were either too guarded or just too vulnerable? It's hard. I know, because you go through a situation where maybe you trust someone, right? And what do guys do? They break your trust. They gain your trust, then they punch in the face. Yeah, your trust is getting fucked up, right? It doesn't have to be that way. I want you to establish healthy boundaries. I want you to create a fortress of love, self-love. Now, the best way to do that is, of course, being aware, but understanding your current walls and why they're there, right? If you have certain triggers and you're like, while I'm dating, a guy says something and it triggers me and it reminds me of something else, I automatically take a step back, take note of that. Say, oh snap, this is happening again. And what's gonna happen? I'm gonna fall into that pattern where as soon as that wall comes up, I'm gonna deviate and go to wherever is comfortable for me. And I'm gonna leave that situation instead of just seeing it through, being vulnerable. I know it sucks. It can be hard, but you're gonna be able to have a better foundation and vet people that you wanna actually let in, because we're gonna establish healthy boundaries. I had a whole video on healthy boundaries. It's about asking that prolific question, would you date you? Go watch it, tune in. It's gonna help you in creating that self-love fortress. And lastly, this is probably the most important pattern right here. This one is very negative, is something that I feel is damaging many of you. It's because you get hurt and you're just continuously dating. You keep throwing yourself back into finding someone, into being with someone, into wanting someone, instead of just taking a step back and detoxing. You need a cleanse. You need to be still. You need to understand what the sound of nothing is and how important that is for you. When you're constantly trying to create some form of connection with someone else and they're just not looking for what you want, or their intentions aren't true, that connection that you're trying to force and create is never going to be healthy. So I need you to take a step back and take a detox. It's great to take time for yourself. It's great to not just talk to anybody. Just talk to yourself, talk to you, get to know you. How many of you actually know you? You can see that you may be suffering from having a successful relationship because you don't have a successful relationship with yourself. There's no way you're ever going to be able to build with someone else until you've built you. It's never going to be sustainable. You may think that, hey, I'm just going to find someone and just build with them. Like, there's just so many factors that are mainly going to lead to something that's unstable versus you taking time off, you focusing on yourself, you detox spiritually, physically, mentally from putting energy into someone else, and you take all that energy and how you put it into you. You hold it, you hug it, you keep it right here. And you say, you know what, I'm gonna appreciate, I'm gonna love you the way that I need to. And I promise you, ladies, it's gonna change for you. That time to yourself, by yourself, for yourself is going to be the most life-changing moment of your life, because when you're ready to come back out and you're ready to date, you're ready to build, you're gonna be a fortress. You're gonna be something that men marvel at. The right man's gonna marvel at. He's gonna appreciate. He's gonna say, I want that fortress. I wanna get inside that fortress. I wanna live there, you know? Not like, I can break that shit down. That's just a wall. I'm gonna break that down. No. Now, I hope this helps with any of those negative dating patterns that you may be facing. And maybe this sheds a little light on things that you need to work on to break free, right? Remember that Mel Gibson? Free. I'm not gonna do it again. But I want you to take a step back, because breaking free from anything requires time. It's okay. No one's going anywhere. Remember, you're the main character. This is your story. This is your script. This is your movie. Take control. You're gonna find it, believe me. And when you feel like you can't, I really want you to understand this. Come here. I want you to subscribe, because this is gonna help. I want you to like. Hit that like button. And then please comment. I wanna talk to you. I really do. I want a friend. Seriously, talk to me. Tell me. Give me feedback. Tell me about your negative dating patterns that I didn't bring up, and ones that you feel like this may help. This can address. And above all, stay beautiful. You know you are. Remember, I'm bringing the game, so that way you understand what men are actually saying. You know the name. Touche. I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all for tuning in again.